All right, we have breaking news from right here in New York. We're just hearing that the CEO of United Healthcare, which is the largest healthcare company in the country, was murdered this morning, gunned down on the streets in what police are calling a targeted attack. That's Brian Thompson right there, the CEO of United Healthcare. He was shot and killed while outside the Hilton Hotel. Let's get right to CNN's Bryn Gingras with the latest on this. I know the details are just coming in, Bryn, so what are you learning?
Yeah, that's right, John. Of course, this is still unfolding. Investigators there on the scene. But as you just described there, they believe right now this was a targeted attack. Now, let's back up to just a few hours ago this morning in Midtown Manhattan. And for reference, for people who aren't familiar, of course, with New York City, this is really not far from where the tree lighting is expected to occur tonight, in the heart of the theater district in Midtown Manhattan. We're told that Thompson was headed to a conference for United Healthcare that was expected to happen in the ballroom of that hotel, of the Hilton there in Midtown, when there was a gunman who fired shots about 20 feet away from him as he was approaching that hotel. Again, it appears it was a targeted attack. That gunman then, according to sources telling our John Miller, fled through a back alley near a theater, again in the heart of New York City in the theater district, hopped on a bicycle, and that is how that suspect got away. So you can imagine right now, investigators are there on the scene. They're combing that area. They're pulling video of a very popular area of New York City. Lots of cameras to pull from to figure out exactly what happened here, where that person fled to. What we understand, though, is that that suspect was actually outside that hotel for quite a bit before Thompson actually approached that hotel. So that is why at this point right now in the investigation, investigators believe this was a targeted attack. But again, a lot of questions here, exactly why Thompson was targeted, who obviously this person is. Was there any help? Again, as I said, we're told through sources that he fled on a bicycle through a back alley, so it doesn't appear like there was anybody else yet involved, but still so many questions, and we know investigators combing the scene of that area as we speak.
Yeah, again, just to reiterate some points that Bryn just made there, we've been told, CNN's John Miller reporting that the gunman had been waiting for Brian Thompson, the United Healthcare CEO, to arrive at this conference at the Hilton, which is why they believe this was a targeted attack. As Bryn points out, the Hilton Hotel, I mean, right in the middle of all the action, particularly in the Christmas season here in New York. So much activity in and around that area. So obviously that is of enormous concern this morning. And then, Bryn, this guy got away, or the shooter got away, we think, on a bike. I have to imagine there is not a small manhunt underway right now across this city.
Oh, absolutely. There's a huge manhunt across this city. And also, let's reference the time, John. We're talking again, I keep reinforcing it, but Midtown Manhattan at the height of Thursday morning, a rush hour time, and a gunman firing multiple shots outside this hotel where, as you just said, this is a big tourist area. And as I also mentioned, you know, this is the tree lighting. So there's a lot of security in this area, especially today because of that event that's taking place later tonight. So this is certainly something that is extremely alarming to police, that this could actually happen, and that's going to be probably part of this investigation, is how did it happen. But it does appear it was a targeted attack, and you just said it, John, this is no small manhunt that is going on right now as they search for the suspect who might have fired these shots.
You know what? I'm going to let you take that call, Bryn, because we are getting new information in by the second here. Hopefully, Bryn's got some new reporting for us in just a minute. Again, the news that we're following at this moment, the CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, gunned down on the streets of New York this morning. Just context, United Healthcare is the biggest healthcare company in the country. We don't know why Thompson was targeted, but authorities believe it was a targeted attack. The gunman, police tell John Miller, waiting for Thompson to arrive at an event at the Hilton Hotel. And importantly right now, the gunman's still on the loose. So a manhunt underway in jam-packed, holiday-crazed New York City. We're going to have much more on these breaking developments right after a break.